And the officer, am I right in thinking?
We had 6 deputies there. They had posts or assignments, and
Question about whether or not I think he spoke with a television station about that.
well, then I turn back around to my left, and I'm being summoned very rapidly to come over to the bleachers. Meanwhile, everybody's down on the ground. I had to walk over people to get to the bike rack in front of the bleachers. Once I got up there, a gentleman said, "He's shot." I mean, this became real right now. Got on the radio, called for a medic, an ambulance, and literally within seconds, the physician that was attached to a team, a nurse, and some other people attending to the guy. Look, I'm going to say a bad word. We're all pissed off. This should have never happened. We wanted the president to have a great time in Butler County. We wanted to have everyone who was visiting from every state around this United States to have a great visit and hear the president here in Butler County.
Were working that day. Were they assigned to that, or is this a voluntary thing? And how many officers from the Butler Township PD were?
One of our officers actually assisted a lift of a second Butler Township police officer up to the roof, at which time the officer grabbed hold of the edge of the building, pulled himself up to be able to look, and according to what he's told me, shooter turned, rifle was pointed at the officer. The officer, defensive move, kind of ducked, fell, lost his grip on the building, did fall to the ground, probably an 8-foot fall, somewhere in that vicinity. Did sustain an ankle injury, but was part of the still communication that went out, identifying the individual on the roof as having a weapon.
Of course, there's always anxiety when something this tragic happens. I think all law enforcement on site did everything that they could, especially the local law enforcement. I hope they're not made a scapegoat because they did their job to the best of their abilities. And number two, at the end of the day, this whole situation is being investigated. And one thing I'll tell you, we're all going to learn something at the end of this.
Jelajahi cara baru mendapatkan informasi. Download MetroTV Extend sekarang.